Well, guys, thanks very much for joining us. I know it's different time schedules for different people across the world who are joining at the moment, and for those that can't make it, hopefully the webinar is really helpful when you get a chance to watch it. So we're going to do a webinar just now. As a potential outlet for clients of Hostify, and see if we're a potential solution to help you get more bookings from travelers all around the world. So we're going to jump in, and hopefully you can see this. So if you don't know about Holidú, we are an OTA for vacation rentals based in Munich. And it says it on the screen here. Our mission is to finally make the search and booking of vacation homes easy. And in that, we mean literally the actual searching for vacation rentals and being able to book them and collect the money for them. So we were born in 2014, and you can see the brothers there on the right-hand side. So it's Michael and Johannes Siebers. So they're still heavily involved in the company, and it was started off as a pure meta search company. So similar to Skyscanner for flights or Trivago for hotels, in that when a customer would look for properties online, they'd be shown a multitude of where they're listed. So whether it's Airbnb, Booking.com, VRBO, and the customer would be redirected to this platform to complete the booking. But what we found as we evolved over time, and the Holidú platform has evolved over time, is that people wouldn't often click on the actual deal for the property. They would go for the company they knew, so that would be Airbnb, Booking.com, and in the end, the direct host who would be connected to Holidú, they would have missed out on the direct bookings. So we've evolved. So we still have the meta search backbone, but we've evolved to become an OTA with the features that still are based there. As you can see there, we grew from 2014, 2016, 1 million monthly users. We had Series C funding in 2019, and by 2020, we were a top 4 player for vacation rentals. And just this year, we've received our Series D funding, which is almost 50 million, and we've opened our new office in New York City. So at the moment, we have around 17 million properties online. So that is aggregated and direct bookings. So that's guys who are listed on Booking.com, VRBO. If your properties are on there already, you're likely already able to find them on Holidú, but they'll be listed under these company names. By connecting directly through Hostify onto Rentals United, you'll be able to list your properties as your own. We generate around 27 million monthly users across 22 different domains in 13 different languages. We've got over 1,500 partners live across these countries, and we generate around 100,000 bookings a month. So I believe Javi's going to go into a bit more into where we get these bookings from.
What I show you last year, 2021, and the markets. Of course, as a German-based company, we have a big chunk of our traffic coming from German-speaking countries, mainly Germany, Austria, Switzerland. And then one of our fastest-growing domains is actually Spain. I mean, I'm say this proudly as a Spanish visitor. But yeah, so the Spanish domain, the Dutch domain, the French domain, they're among our top 5 websites. So country websites, but this is not only it. In total we have 21 domains, and 15 of them in Europe. So it is obvious that a big bulk of our traffic is from Europe and to European destinations, so within European. But we also have a bit of movement there with our last push on the US, Latin America, Australia, and so on. So if you can go to the next slide, please. Looking at numbers on Holidú, and we wanted to show you what has been happening in Spain. So basically for Spanish destinations in the last 11 months in 2021. I think something that stands out, Holidú as a portal from others, is basically the average numbers we deliver, so to say. So, for example, looking at the average duration from booking to arrival, this means that how long it happens from our guests make a booking to they actually do a check-in is over 100 days. This means almost 4 months beforehand, which tells you how important it is to have like a big booking window and as many availabilities as possible. The same with the average price per night with 2.8k euros. It's much bigger than the average basket value of other OTAs. The length of stay on average is 7 nights, so 1 week. Of course, we do have also 1 or 2 night bookings, but since big part of our inventory comes from big houses, villas, chalets, and so on, so it's usually longer booking or longer stays. And the average guest is 4 people per booking. So also it tells you more or less what's the profile of our users, mostly based on families or big groups booking for a few nights and for a big price. So regarding Holidú, how the guest journey or the guest process works, as our mission is to make it as straightforward and as easy as possible, we try to do this the same for the user. So basically, when the user goes into Holidú, he would just search for their favorite destination, being from Mallorca to Munich or New York City, wherever. They will select their dates, and then they will basically select the property. Once they click on the property they desire, and then they go to book now, this is where the booking is sent out to the property manager. In this case, it will be through Rentals United and then to Hostify. The property manager would receive the booking, would get an immediate automatic booking confirmation. Of course, the calendars will be blocked, and he or she would also receive all the contact information from the customer, from the guest. Then the payment is done directly to the property manager. This is how we work at the moment. So basically, the property manager or the agency would take the booking and the payment directly from the user. And then we will also offer a direct guest communication. So this means that from that moment, the property manager can be in touch directly with the customer and prepare everything for the arrival, the check-in and check-out, and so on. And at the end of this, then Holidú would invoice a commission on the booking. This is the way we work. So basically, we don't charge any fees for integrating. We don't charge any cost for being listed and so on. It's invoice based on successful bookings. All cancellations and so on are not part of these invoices, of course. So yeah, this is basically how the guest journey would work. Then you may ask yourself, well, besides Tom mentioned previous being one of the top 4 or top 5 European OTAs, and also having more access to the core German-based market, there's also some things that can be an added value for you as a partner connected to Holidú. The main one is that we allow fully guest communication. I was saying from day one, from moment they start a booking, we showcase your logo and your name, so it basically allows you to have some brand awareness or brand recognition. There is a Monday to Saturday, I think it's a customer service team in more than 10 languages, ready to support with any issues related to bookings or check-ins or payments and so on. There would be also a dedicated account manager for each account, as you're here talking to 2 of them, Tom and myself. There is no fees intended, as I said, and these also being listed on the 21 domains that we have worldwide, in Europe, and all around the world.
Right, guys, thank you very much. That was really interesting, and obviously we would like to all our clients from Hostify to introduce this new channel, which is Holidú. And just a bit from Hostify, we are the youngest from these 2 partners that we have right now. Even though we are the youngest, as you can see here, the details that we have and the success that we have within these almost 3 years, we already produced more than 14 million bookings for all our partners. That they are spread within 49 countries, and they have over 32,000 listings. So we go to next slide, Tom. Great. So we achieved all these numbers thanks to some of our key features, which I'm not going to go in too much detail. I'm just going to mention a little bit of what Hostify is going to help the property managers to grow and to speed up process and make obviously more money. Is the integrations that we have with the different channels and OTAs. One of them, obviously, as we mentioned, will be Holidú through our great partnership that we have with Rentals United. Then through this integration, we can unify and centralize all the conversations through our unified inbox. From there as well, we can create any kind of website. There are two ways in order to do it. One, it will be through a template that we have already created once the properties are in Hostify. And the second one, it will be maybe more interesting, and this is the option that the professional property managers go for, is the WordPress plugin. So basically, we have created and developed a plugin, which it will contain the booking engine, and it's just a matter of install that into your WordPress website to have a really professional booking engine and website for your customers and clients. And then obviously we have as well an owner's portal in order to provide to your landlords any kind of real-time data that they might need to have access, so they don't keep bugging you. Hey, how much are we making this month? How is the property doing? How many customers do we have? Or any kind of information that they will require. As we mentioned as well, obviously, we would like to speed up the process and save so much time for the property managers. We do so with all the automations that we provide for payments, for messages, for tasks, any kind of daily operations that the property manager has. They will be all automated, so they can forget about that and obviously make money from channels like Holidú, for example. And then obviously, finally, all the reporting, all the property managers, they need to know how are they, how much money are they getting, how much is the gross, the net. So we have a very detailed, different reports and analysis to extract from the system. So we can go to next slide. And just an overview of how the integration and how will it work in order to have Holidú as your new channel in order to get more bookings. So it will be everything centralized in Hostify. And then once we have all the properties and all the listings and all the information in Hostify, we will push this information into Rentals United. Then Rentals United will do the same into Holidú. They will create your listings. And once they are active, they will be live, they will be for sale, and then you will start getting bookings. So once these bookings go into Holidú, instantly they will go to Rentals, and Rentals will pass all this information into Hostify, and it will end up the circle as you can see here. So you will have all the breakdown from the revenue, all the email, any kind of information that will provide it from Holidú to Rentals, and Rentals finally to Hostify. All right, and I'll pass over to Maikel.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Javier. Thank you, Tom. Well, this is the time to talk about Rentals United, no? And the partnership with, obviously, Hostify and Holidú, no? How we work in that sense, no? At the end of the day, we are specialized channel management solution. And here, the main point, I guess, is how we are going to distribute your listings to Holidú, or how we can pull the properties from our partner Hostify to Rentals United, and once we have it in Rentals United, as Juan was mentioning previously, how we can proceed with the implementation process with Holidú. Tom, if you can move the slide, please. At the end of the day, I was talking about the distribution, how we can proceed about the listings. At the end of the day, we are working as a global company, which means global distribution through our Buster two-way API connection. What it means, like, we push the content of our listings into Holidú as a sales channel, and we pull the booking details in terms of contact details, credit card details, as Holidú is in charge, is providing to the property manager the action or the tax to charge directly to the guest. In that sense, in Europe, we are distributing 96,000 properties, in Asia 11,000, as you can see in the slide. In America, both North and South, 41,000, in Africa 2,800, and Middle East 2,458. Special attention about Australia as a brand new emerging market in terms of vacation rental sector. No, in that case, in Australia is what, 8,290 properties. No, if you can move the slide, Tom, please. In that case, I want to show you, explain you how it works. No, in terms of listings provided from Hostify as a PMS into Rentals United, and then later on we're talking about how we proceed from Rentals United to Holidú in terms of pushing content information of your listings. No, regarding to Hostify, the integration model is an API connection, obviously. So Hostify is going to provide property data, as Joan was mentioning before, of each of our listings via API to Rentals United account. And then Rentals United obviously will present it, the listings based on that information received. No, you can move the slide, Tom, please. In terms of connection scopes, what kind of data we're going to see? Obviously, it's pretty much 99% of data. We're talking about static and data, dynamic property data, photos, availability, changeover dates, descriptions, image, as well as any kind of reservation modification or cancellation that we are going to pull from Holidú is going to be shown in Hostify. Obviously, Rentals United will act in that case as a middleman, as well as the credit card details and the source of booking, in this case, from Holidú. No? If you can move the slide, please, Tom. How we proceed in that case with Holidú, no? From Rentals United, once we receive the information of each listing from Hostify, our PMS partner. No? Same way, API connection. So at the end of the day, we are able, as a specialized channel manager, to push most of the content of each listing. No, as you can see, if you can move the slide, please, Tom, one more time. In that case, how we proceed. No, once we have set up previously the integration with Hostify, Rentals United will present the properties in your account, and then in our My Services section, you will find out the Holidú sell channels in order to proceed with the connection. In that case, as you can see in the slide, you will see the logo, and you will be able to check out how many properties you are decided to push or to activate in that case, and if there is one property for X and Y reason that you don't want to activate, as you are able to activate and deactivate each property whenever you consider convenient, then you will see that one of those properties are not connected. If you can move forward, Tom, please. How it works, no, very important, this in terms of synchronization of commissions. Obviously, this is some information that previously Tom and Javier has mentioned, but at the end of the day, it's very important that you know beforehand how we work. Obviously, normally, the property manager has been in touch with Holidú previously, so all of these terms and conditions or special requirements of Holidú, the property manager is aware, no, beforehand, or before the connection or the implementation process takes place from Rentals United to Holidú. If you can move forward, Tom, please. Very important, no, what type of data, no, I was mentioned before. Content, photos, price, availability, and reservation will be synchronized. Instant bookings, bookings coming from Holidú always will block Rentals United calendar, and obviously this information will be proceeded to Hostify, our PMS partner. So this is an action that is going to take place in real time. And obviously, it's very important to know that we can work with extra fees and taxes and some discounts with Holidú, something that you can work in Rentals United interface. Very important this point. The onboarding time, obviously, it's an average of 7 days. I think Tom, Javier from Holidú are working really hard in order to make it.
So we've actually, yeah, it's a good point you mentioned. So as of, I think it's about 8 days ago, we've released a new launch, and you can now be live within 24 hours.
Fantastic. This is great news, Tom. Thank you so much.
Yes.
If you can move the slide, please. At the end of the day, that's all from Rentals United. I hope you are taking or you are considering productive this webinar. And at the end of the day, what we want to show you guys is like taking advantage of our partnership, of our latest API connection between Hostify, Rentals United, and Holidú. You can optimize your vacation rental business and increase business revenue. At the end of the day, this is what we are looking you to get. No, that's all from my part. Thank you so much.